real quick. I'm on my way to training camp, and I'll be out there covering the team and doing things. And as always, I'll give you a little recap of what's going on, in the situation with the Browns training camp. But I wanted to just sit here really quickly and just really, say something I think needs to be said. Like, this is why I'm just starting to realize the media industry is just as corrupt and backwards than the music industry. Whether you're talking about politics, whether you talk about the music industry, like film, man, bro, it's so crooked that it's so wild to me. And I don't know why I'm getting on here saying this right now, but I just feel like it just needs to be said. The thing that I struggle with the most, and I just gotta fully embrace it, like, we never gonna see eye to eye. I am never gonna see eye to eye with some of the people who do this job for a living with me, because we don't have the same principles. We don't come from the same thing. So I don't know why I keep having to realize to myself that these people is never gonna be what you are. So you should cease to stop expecting somehow to come around to it, because it's not going to happen. And we all kind of knew that, but just going to practice and watching, it shows you something. This is an eye-opening situation. You go to practice, you see something with your eyes. And the reason I started going to practice is I wanted to see the difference, not only see how the team doing and get to a point where we can, for the team and like regular teams. I wanted to see the difference between what people is printing and what people seeing. And in the days that I've been here, it has been stark. It has been, and what you realize is people don't even know what they're looking at.
Oh, hot dog for you. 2 by us. I'd love to, because I earn unlimited 2% cash rewards. Oh, Marty, Cam.
The Active Cash credit card from Wells Fargo. Terms apply.
Are they killing us with the commercials?
So I see why the narrative is different from what you see on the football field, because if you don't understand what you're actually even looking at, you're just going off of just ignorance. And I'm looking and I'm watching some of the stuff that people are talking about. And I'm like, what are you talking cadences, and what are you what are we talking about here? I had people talk about, that throw wasn't good. And the most part that I got a problem with is this. If Deshaun Watson has a good throw or good practice, I can say, oh, he had a good practice. You can go on Final Cut. Me and Earl talked about it. Me, Earl Tyvis, Coach Ritz, we talked about it. The day before, I put out a tweet that Dillon Gabriel did pretty good in the period. Awesome. I don't understand how I can sit here and give Deshaun Watson and Dillon Gabriel credit where credit is due. But the first time Shedeur Sanders does anything well, it's either outright ignored, people move into this weird trolling stuff where it's like, they can't defend their position, or if he does anything, they just outright ignore it like it never happened. Deshaun Watson had a good practice, and I'm not taking nothing away from him. He did what he was supposed to do at practice. That's what football is, right? And I'm going to say, when somebody play good, I'm going to say it. But the problem I got is, why is it that I can do that, but you can't? And that's the part that gets me, where I can't be a part of it. I'm never going to identify and see myself as a person who's going to be part cut from the same cloth. Like, look at certain things. I can understand if you got a dog in a fight. I can understand if you say, listen, I prefer Deshaun Watson to start, or I prefer Dylan Gabriel to start. The problem that I got is you using people and narratives as a way to go about whether you're going to prove something or disprove somebody. And I completely believe that is whack. I'm never going to agree with it. I'm never going to champion it. And every single time it happens, I'm going to call it out. So for me, going to practice and the guys perform and being able to come in and articulate to you guys and see what's going on, I did that for a reason. But I didn't even think, even I knew what was going on, I didn't even think it was that bad. And then I get here and it's crazy. This is why we can't get interviews. This is why players don't want to talk to us. This is why players don't want to come on our platforms. This is why players, it's not, they don't want to give us no access. It's because it's the reason why we got to always go with these anonymous sources about what people feel about in the league. Like, we got to do that because we boiled down the game of football from coaching players to acquisitions and doing things on the football field to being a good buddy system with a bunch of people that's using football to profit. I don't respect it, bro. And so for me, I wish we can get to a point where we can go talk about the Cleveland Browns and we can be a real organization. We could be a real organization where we go and we show up to training camp and we talk about who's going to play. We talk about how to get better. We talk about who's showing up, the 53-man roster, who's shining, who's moving, what's the offensive line doing, what's the new wrinkles and schemes. We can't even do that because we got a bunch of people running around here acting like this the soap operas. I don't get it. But yeah, I do get it. I get it. So here's what we gonna do. Man, when you change it, when you see something you don't appreciate, change it. When you see something that got a little issue with it, you go be the change. You go do it. And for me, I'm not gonna worry about things that I can't change. That's always gonna be there. That's part of the game. It's always gonna be there. But what I can do is make sure that when I'm on my platform, I'm going to deliver consistency. I don't ever want nobody to ever pull on my platform and tell me, dang, G. Bush, you ain't even, you can't give credit where credit is due. I feel like that's a sucker move. It does something to me in my heart. It does something to me. I can't even be around it. I can't even be a part of nothing like that. For you to say that you can discredit another man because why? You feel a certain way? Bro, if my number one nemesis, a person I don't like, in life you can learn something from anybody. You can learn something from a child, your worst enemy, your best friend, your adversary. You can learn something in everything. And the biggest thing about being a man or a stand-up dude is do not compromise the way you know what the principles is for nothing. I don't care. I don't care if I go to practice and not one person from the media talk to me. I don't care. Because my goal is to deliver the real to the people. And if you in the way of me delivering the real and you feel a certain type of way about it, then feel free to, that's on you. But for me, I can't do that. In what world or universe are we a group of people as men and grown women where we can't give credit? That's emotional immaturity. And that's the thing about it. And I'm gonna get off here because I got to get to camp. But the thing I'm gonna leave y'all with, the reason why it is with football, and the reason why I love football, and the reason why I really be protective about football is because the football games give you life lessons. I've had a lot of surgeries. When I'm walking on the field, I live every single day with the consequences of playing football. And what it teaches me is, guess what? Get your ass up and go do this. Make sure you're getting into a high level, because those are the things that takes to be a successful football player. Working behind the scenes when nobody's seeing you, doing the right stuff when nobody's watching, making sure that every single team is working. It's all for one and one for all. You're only good as your weakest link, right? When I go to Final Cut and when we do something and it's on the barbershop, I ain't gonna just have myself for gear. I'm gonna make sure Tyrus and Earl got it. When I go to the top five, I make sure that my mom, dad, and my people is represented in the highest nature. When I'm in public, I make sure to ask every single person what their name is, because those are principles about community, team, and what it takes to be successful and a stand-up person in this world. So for me, mind me if I get a little upset about the football. The people who played football, the people who played sports, the people who went through it understand intimately what it is to sacrifice, go through pain and struggle, and have to wake up when you didn't think you had nothing, when you had to run them gassers and your teammate picked you up from your bootstraps and say, we gonna make it, we gonna need you in the fourth quarter. I got a problem when people who ain't did that or been through that. That's the problem. It's too easy. See, it won't let me write it. That won't let me be a sucker. That experience won't, even if Deshaun Watson wins a starting quarterback job and Deshaun Watson is cooking, me playing football and understanding what it goes into that will not allow me to be a sucker and say, oh, he's not good, when I see what he's doing on the field. It go for Dylan Gabriel, it go for anybody. So here's what I'm going to say. At the end of the day, watch this. Beware who you listening to if they afraid that they can't give another man credit. I'll just leave it at that. We'll check you out. Make sure you're checking us out. I'll give you my post.
Whoa, whoa, whoa. What's good, family? Welcome back to Black Culture is Lit TV. I had to let G. Bush get that off. Man. So listen, this is where we do not chase narratives. We break them down. And I want to welcome you to another episode of the Hunger Games.
Welcome to Black Culture is Lit TV.
You see the glamour, but you didn't see the grind. I built this empire from nothing, and I own every piece of it.
Yeah, pull a hoe, hop out, yeah, the whole squad lit. Cameras on, lights flash, yeah, we build like this. From the block to the big ring, we bring that fire. Black culture on the rise, taking it high. Hey, we outside, turn me up.
So, y'all, I had to let G. Bush get that off because he deserved it. Sometimes, you have your wake up call later in life. You don't really see the bigger picture, but when it come to you, let it off. Let it off. But today, y'all, we ain't talking about one bad throw. We ain't talking about one interception. We talking about something bigger than football. So let's go ahead and get off into the camp. And I believe this is day 8. Shedeur is did really well in camp, y'all. He set it on fire, actually. So let's go ahead and see what he was doing in camp today. Now, hold on. This is courtesy of Mad Dog TV. Make sure you go follow G. Bush. Make sure you go follow the new media, y'all. Mad Dog TV, YouTube. I'll try to put the links in the bio when I'm done. Hopefully I remember. But we here, y'all. We here. We don't have to use these people takes anymore. We got our own people who's out there, who's getting the factual information regarding Shedeur, and that's really all the fight was about. Like I said, we talking about the silence today. This is the stuff they won't report. This is the things that they will not report, y'all. Because I've been watching the Browns training camp every single day, and I'm noticing a pattern. When Shedeur Sanders put together a solid practice, it is so quiet, y'all. It's no, that it, I was gonna say that quiet on the creek BS, but it ain't that. But it's so quiet you can hear a pin drop. They will not talk about his good days. But let him miss one pass, get an interception or whatever type of mistakes he make. All of a sudden it's breaking news, y'all. But that's the Hunger Games. So let's get into it.
What's going on, YouTube? This is Mad Dog TV coming back with another one. Shedeur Sanders had a very good connection today, wrapping up Browns training camp day 8. Fans were seen cheering as Deshaun Watson threw 2 interceptions. Yes, I know the QB tracker says 1. We're going to get into that in a second. There is a lot of bias with this QB battle when it comes. G. Bush just called him out. We're going to talk about that in this video, so let's get to it.
Every other city I go, from Colorado to the Bayou.
I'll speed past this, y'all. YouTube have so many commercials.
Just in Watson, he had a good day yesterday. It was obvious. Have you seen the quarterbacks be able to stack good day after good day, or has there been inconsistency?
That's sometimes. I think it's probably been like anything when you're installing, you're going against a really good defense. I'm not sure stacking days has come up. I think what we're trying to do is stack as many good plays as we can within what we're asking them to do on a given day. I'd much prefer stacking really good days, but as a head coach, if the offense is stacking really good days, it probably means the defense wasn't stacking points.
All right, so today is the final day of install. Cleveland Browns coach Monken said today's practice will consist of a lot of insert run, insert play action, as well as some auxiliary repeat concepts. Just very important information before we get to the QB tracker. All right, so as we see, Shedeur Sanders intercepted by Miles Harden after a pass went off the hands of Denzel Boston. One of the few passes Boston had trouble with holding on to today, but we're not questioning Denzel Boston. The man is a true wide receiver 1, and he's just having a bad day today. We all have them when it comes to wide receivers.
Yeah, they can't make a mistake. You hear me? Every mistake get magnified, but every great thing they do, they don't talk about it. Just remember that.
And it was actually a better defensive play. Grant Delpit actually put his hands in there, as you guys can see right here, as he put his hands in there and he was able to break up the pass. All right, now let's get to the goodies. Shedeur Sanders went beast mode today. Shedeur Sanders rolling with the ones. Nice corner and dig route to Jerry Jeudy. One for 25 yards and the other for 20 yards. I'm going to show you guys that right here. Motion route here by Hara Fanning, and as Shedeur Sanders stepping inside the pocket and throws a beautiful corner route to Jerry Jeudy. I'm going to show you guys from a better angle as of right here. You can see Hara Fanning comes on a motion play, and it shows Shedeur Sanders that the defense is in some of man coverage. Play action. Defense have a blown coverage, and Shedeur Sanders throws a nice hold shot. For my viewers that's learning as we go, Shedeur Sanders knows how to disguise defense. Don't let people tell you the man does not know how to read coverage. He knows exactly what he's doing. Nice slant route right here to Jerry Jeudy. You know, just move the sticks. What I say when I say Shedeur knows how to read coverage, this is what we call cadence. He wants to see what the defense is in. You see number 9 is following number 44 for my viewers to learn as we go. That tells Shedeur Sanders that it's man coverage. Now he knows he has one-on-one at the bottom of the screen with Jerry Jeudy, man against man. Who wants the most? Jerry Jeudy runs a nice slant route, gets inside, he stems it, gets on top of the defender, and comes in. Shedeur Sanders delivers an amazing pass play right there. Do not listen to people that do not know about football. Shedeur Sanders.
Now y'all watching the same thing I'm watching, right? Y'all looking. Look at the footwork. Look at the timing. Look at the anticipation. Look at his confidence. Was every throw perfect? Of course not. Nobody is. This is training camp, but just peep game.
Jerry Jeudy one-on-one is just a nice go route. Catch the football. Nice play.
It's so easy. Oh, KC
This was
Concepcion.
a nice pass play. Look how high KC got up in the air, man. This is an amazing
That's
catch
some
right there.
Travis
Shout out to
Hunter's
KC.
type stuff.
All right, so we have a little pass skelly, 7-on-7 for my viewers that's learning this. We go. Shedeur Sanders in the gun, runs the little motion with Luke Floria, reads the coverage, knows that some sort of man coverage, and just simply hits the running back right here. Right here, Isaiah Bond comes in motion. Shedeur Sanders, I want to say this is a play action play, and he was able to get outside the pocket and hit Isaiah Bond. Nice throw. Deshaun Watson was intercepted twice today. One right here by Tyson Campbell, and another where fans were seen actually booing him for crying out loud. And I'm going to show you both interceptions and why I'm not a fan of the Q.
Yeah, I really don't like that they booed Deshaun Watson. I don't. You know, I'm pro-black athlete, so I don't like that. And I just want him to have a great camp because I'm predicting he's going to get traded at the end of the preseason games. That's my prediction, though. I was right last year, so I'm going to go with my I'm just going to go with what I feel. So I really feel like he is just trying to get his name up, his name, image, and likeness up so he can get traded. He wants out of Cleveland. I want him out of Cleveland. I think he deserves another chance.
Be tracker. That is one interception, and this is the second interception Deshaun actually threw Tyson Campbell. Amazing pick right there in 7-on-7. And this is a different angle right here, as you guys can see. And Tyson Campbell breaks and intercepts Deshaun Watson. This man has
Judy
so
make
many
anybody look
interceptions,
bad.
I can't even count right now, for crying out loud. We'll see as far as the QB total tracker whenever they come out with it. Right here was a pass play to Gage Larvadan. As you can see, Gage Larvadan was damn near 5 yards ahead of that DB, and the ball was actually underthrown. As you guys can see right here, Gage Larvadan had to literally stop, turn around, and jump for the football. If Deshaun Watson aimed that pass to the power line, it's 6. All right, so as we take a look at the QB tracker, Shedeur Sanders, 11 of 16, 1 TD, 1 interception. Deshaun Watson, 11 of 16, no TDs, 1 interception, according to the QB tracker. Gabriel was 6 of 9, no TDs, no interception. And Green actually did not have any plays as far as team, but he did have a little bit of a goal line. So I want to kind of let you guys know that they may use him for certain short down situations like goal line and such, because I saw them actually using him for read option and you name it. Cleveland Browns media is exposed. Here is an example of, and Tony Grossi is one of you. He's not the only one that I'm singling out, but he has a biased observation of Shedeur Sanders, and he lies a lot.
Now, remember, y'all, what y'all just saw. This is just today, y'all. Well, these are tweets from yesterday, but I'm just saying.
You guys know I get a lot of my information from Daniel Yifuzi.
Right. This was from yesterday because yesterday Deshaun had most of the ones and he threw the most, and Shedeur threw with the 2s, I believe. So basically, because of that, this is what they said yesterday.
He been in a very good relationship with G. Bush, gives me insight as far as who I can trust and who I should not trust. Prime example, Tony Grossi says Todd Monken had one period designed to test QB's cadence. Big issue with him. Watson was able to draw defense offside twice. Shedeur Sanders couldn't. Monken insists you can't have elite offense without elite cadence, ability to use up to 10 different cadences. Lying. Daniel Yifuzi stated this on the same day as Tony Grossi. Browns QB and offensive line are getting increasingly comfortable with the multiple cadence of Todd Monken installation. Both Deshaun Watson and Shedeur Sanders have been able to draw the defense off sides today. Exposed. Stop lying. It is so bad to the point where G. Bush has finally spoken. You guys can see right here. I'm not going to read everything, but you can see he says the bias is painfully obvious. One day picks account against you. The next day they aren't a big deal. And he also says this is why we get a bad rap as local media amongst a lot of players, NFL, and fans. And he also says it shouldn't be difficult for people to Just be honest with their takes. Take a listen.
Well, we already saw that, y'all. So, you know, it's just sad. Somehow, y'all, every time we're talking about Shedeur Sanders, y'all, this happens. When it comes to Shedeur, every mistake is a headline. And I know, I think my role is to say what they can't say. I really do. And so I have talked about this a lot. It's white fragility, man. And listen, it may be a hard pill to swallow for a lot of people. I don't know. But it is what it is.
The quiet days over. Ain't no more marching and singing. That chapter closed. We talking consequences now. White fragility, loud and weak. Throw fits every time black folks speak. Grumpy old takes from a dead technique. Whole world changed, they still mid-century chic. White fragility, brittle as glass. Acting real bold with the trembling stance. Black folks shine and they fall out fast. Red in the face while we lap they ass. Ain't no more marching and singing for peace. Y'all showed your hand, now the courtesy cease. We talking backbone, calling out lies. Ain't nobody bowing to them fragilized. Lose that shaking when
this is exactly what I've been saying last year. Hold on, let me turn this down. Yeah, this is exactly what I've been seeing. These people, I don't know what it is, but I am so happy that people are finally starting to notice. It's not just fans anymore. Now, media personalities are asking the same questions. I feel so validated, right? Why we don't hear about the good practices? Why does every rough rep get amplified? I'm not asking nobody to crown Shedeur anything. The man is gonna go out there and take what's his. If either you believe or you don't believe, you gotta stand for something. Either you believe or you don't believe. And when you believe, you don't worry about a lot of things when it comes to Shedeur taking it. All I'm asking for, I think all of us, I've been asking since the draft for balance. Report the good, report the bad. That's journalism. So when I tell you, I'm so happy I can show these people videos now and know that it's factual. I don't have to put the old Cleveland media in my clips. It's so refreshing. So here's my takeaway from today's practice, y'all. I thought he looked confident. I thought he continued stacking good days. Does he still have things to improve? Absolutely. Every rookie second year, no matter who it is, Travis, everybody who got drafted. It's common sense. Every rookie does. But improvement doesn't get clicks. And that's crazy because all the drama does. So, and that's the game some people choose to play, but we ain't playing that game. So let's talk about something that's way more exciting than this. And that is, hold on, y'all. That is this right here, y'all. Listen, Nike know what's up. That's who know what's up. So let's go ahead and see what Shedeur is up to. I think these are his new sneaks. Pretty dope. Pretty dope. Shedeur had to drop the top on them.
Now Prime, I had to drop the top on him.
They be so mad. They be really upset with this young man. But let me tell y'all something. While people online are busy counting all his incompletions, Nike is counting his influence, y'all. Look at that. Woo. Shedeur continues building one of the strongest personal brands in football, and them shoes is dope. That tells me companies see something bigger than a stat sheet. They see leadership, confidence, markability, connection. That's why the business side keeps winning, y'all.
See your son's face on the bottom of a shoe.
That's not the one I wanted to show. Where is the one with the shoe? Oh, I think this it. This is like months ago that he told us these shoes was coming
Them old
out.
Shedeurs. Hey, these some Shedeurs. Not in my size. But I think they were made for him.
I think the mitt right there.
I might take them to the bowl.
So yeah, y'all. I mean, these people do got a lot to be jealous about. But let me say this, y'all, before I get out of here. Let me put it back on these reps. So let me say this before I get out of here because somebody has to say it. Is this it? Oh yeah. So somebody has to say it, y'all. And some of y'all may disagree. That's cool. Hold on. I just want that playing in the background. Nope, that ain't it. Golly, what is it? Oh, okay, that went off. That's probably why. I don't know how that got up there, y'all. But listen, y'all may disagree with me. I don't know. There we go. Wanted to see the end though. Okay, this thing is doing all kind of stuff. It's so sensitive. But anyway, y'all, I'm always going to celebrate Black excellence on this channel. That's one thing you can guarantee that I will always be an advocate for Black athletes. I don't care how it sounds. I'm not here to make money from YouTube. So I have the freedom of speech. I have the freedom of, what do you call it? Monetization. I don't care. I'm always going to speak on issues affecting Black athletes. I'm always going to use this platform to have conversations that matter. Always. Being unapologetically Black doesn't mean I hate anybody else. I wish Deshaun well. I wish Dylan Gabriel well. I wish the rookie Taylor Green well. Okay? It means I'm not asking permission to love my own people. And I'm not asking permission to celebrate our wins. I'm not asking permission to point out things that deserve discussions. If that makes people uncomfortable, so be it. That's where I'm at with it. Now, I don't know where you are, but I do have some questions. Do y'all think the media is covering all of Shedeur's training camp performance fairly? Or are they focusing more on the mistakes than the complete picture? I want you to keep it respect in the comments, but I really want to hear your opinion. Oh, I never look at the comments. Thanks for joining me, y'all. Salute, salute. Yeah, I'm one of them aunties that they come and get when shit hit the fan, when it's time to nuck if you buck. Like I'm one of them type of aunties. I'm not the auntie that's gonna sit up there and argue with these people. I'm just gonna say what I gotta say, and that's gonna be that, and then I'll roll with the punches later. Um, I do truly believe I have the gift of black telepathy, and a lot of us do. And I really do feel like when I'm talking and making my videos, I am saying a lot of the things that they wish they could say. And that's really how I do my content. I just feel like, you know what? I need to tune in to their body language and feel that's probably what Shador probably wants to say. And hey, allegedly, I don't know, but that's what I feel. I feel like that's what he wanted to say. That's what I do to everybody, because they have a voice, but they don't have a voice. You know what I mean? So it's a lot of things that they have to hold back on. And if you've looked at some of the Shador videos within the last week, he talks about it. You know, he talks about how this experience has changed him, and that's hard for any mother to see with a black son. You know, so they can go silent all they want, but we loud over here. I'm happy G Bush is loud. I'm happy Mad Dog TV is loud. I'm happy FB Things is loud. All these people that I follow on these YouTube channels that I love to watch, I can just react to their videos now. So it's amazing that within a year, it was so much chaos, so much sadness that and I knew Shador was hurting. I felt that. So yeah, y'all, we're gonna keep on supporting these black content creators that's pushing out all this positive um videos of Shador and camp and telling the truth and all his reps and the things he's doing. Cause at the end of the day, y'all, at the end of the day, the tape don't lie. The work doesn't lie. The progress doesn't lie. And the only question that we should be asking is who reported it. Because based on the name that they say, you already know to scroll past that BS. Scroll past it. They don't deserve us. They don't deserve us. Shador deserve us. Cleveland Browns deserve us. The new Cleveland media deserve us. Because all they do is show up when something goes wrong. And listen, that's today's Hunger Game, y'all. If you enjoyed it, hit that like button, subscribe to Black Cultures Lead TV. Also, subscribe to my other channels, the Black Playbook, where I really talk about sports and our black athletes. And let me know in the comments. Have you noticed the silence after Shador good days at camp? Until next time, stay safe, stay informed, and keep your eyes on the game behind the game. And I'm going to leave you with a song that I made. Yeah, I'm going to play it again, y'all, because, hey, maybe I am the only one who's going to call it out. It is what it is. Peace, y'all.
Ain't no more marching and singing. That chapter closed. We talking consequences now. White fragility, loud and weak. Throw fits every time black folks speak. Grumpy old takes from a dead technique. Whole world changed, they still mid-century chic. White fragility, brittle as glass. Acting real bold with the trembling stance. Black folks shine and they fall out fast. Red in the face while we lap they ass. Ain't no more marching and singing for peace. Y'all showed your hand, now the courtesy cease. We talking backbone, calling out lies. Ain't nobody bowing to them fragile eyes. Lose that shaking when we get loud. Smile too wide, they offended and proud. Entitlement aging like sour cream. Mad cause the future ain't part of their dream.
Jacksonville showed how petty they act. Reporter uplifted, they couldn't handle that. White media folded, exposing they feel. Apologies later when the heat got real. That's white fragility, textbook form. Victim when checked, bully when warm. Play with respect like it's cute to deny. But The old script dead, don't even apply.
Ain't no more marching and singing, we done. Y'all got one move and we seen everyone. We not our grandparents, we not that kind. Try that old mess now when you might get fined. White fragility, loud and weak. Throw fits every time black folks speak. Grumpy old takes from a